everything that it took for you to get back to, like I said, just to get on the mound, let alone the shutout?
Well, to make a long story short, I was pitching at home against Baltimore, and I threw a pitch to Cal Ripken. It was, I think, the second inning. And all of a sudden, I heard something tear. You know, it sounded like Velcro's falling apart. But when I let the ball go, I felt the pain in my knee, and I thought I got hit with a line drive. Because I'd done that before, too. Buddy Bell, our former manager here, hit me with a line drive and broke these two fingers once. But when I was going down, the thing I remember the umpire saying, strike. I said, how could it be a strike? I just got hit. Well, when I went down, you reach for the injured area, and my kneecap was in the wrong place, so I kind of pushed it over, and you know, I didn't know the severity of what I had, but I got into the training room, and they carted me out on a stretcher, and it really didn't hurt after I blew it, but the team doctor was poking around there, and does everybody know what a patella tendon is? That's kind of the big one that connects your kneecap to the tibia.
The leg bone right here. We need to go through that song, the leg bone's connected.
So anyway, he poked around, and there was just like a bowl of Jello. So, you know, the first question I had, when am I going to pitch again? And I think he was being very optimistic. This happened in May, and he said, well, hopefully by August. So I was anticipating playing in August. But the first operation, I had 4 knee operations. The first one, I could have continued on with the rest of my life, but I felt obligated not only to the Royals, but definitely to myself to try to get back. And it didn't heal all the way. So then they subsequently put in somebody else's tendon, which didn't work. And then they had to take that one out and then let it settle down. Then they took something out of the back of my leg and patched it up. And you know, I missed about 2.5 years. The one thing I learned through all this is patience. I mean, when you're not used to being injured, when you're used to being on the go, and you get an injury like that, and they say, oh yeah, it'll be 9 months. I say, yeah, crazy, that would be 3. Well, the last one was 9 months, and how I came about pitching that game in Kansas City, we had a young pitcher named Danny Jackson, a left-hander, and I was not even supposed to start that year in '86, to start the year. But he hurt his knee or his ankle in spring training. He was running in the outfield and twisted his ankle on a sprinkler head. So they gave me that opportunity, and actually, I couldn't have wrote a book with that kind of ending. I mean, I got an opportunity not only to start, but to start at home, national televised game in front of the people in Kansas City. And I said, don't embarrass yourself. Just go out there, 3 or 4 or 5 good innings. Well, it was going pretty good. I knew they were going to try to bunt right away, which they did. And I got to about the 7th inning. We finally scored a run. And I got to the 9th, I gave up a base hit, and Dick Hauser came out. He goes, I'm going to take you out of the game, they'll kill me in this town. So fortunately I got through it. I was able to complete the game, and we won 1-0, and if I had the guts at that time, I would have quit. My wife says, you ain't giving up that last year's paycheck, so.
And if you've seen the highlight, one of the great things about that final out, the shutout, is I think that the little kid inside of Dennis Leonard came up, he kind of popped his glove like a little kid who caught a fly ball for the first time. It was a great moment in Royals history.